There was no light. When heaven and earth begin, everything void, and darkness covered the deep. Spirit of the Lord hovered over the face of the water, and he brought chaos into order. Did it by the word of the author. There was no light, and darkness resided within. The God of this age blinded his sight, and he couldn't see past edge of his brim. And what he perceived, the edge of his seat, happened to be the edge of a ledge. There was a way seemingly right to him which led to death. There was no light, so he thought death was life, and he thought strife was peace. So a man slept with a knife, and he thought lust was love. So a man didn't want a wife, and despite that his ways were wrong, man wouldn't turn like Cruyff. There was no light, so a man slept through the day, which kept him away from the face of the sun. And he only stepped out the house at night, with his eyes glazed like bun, and a fire blazed on his tongue. Paranoia lied to his face, told him he couldn't trust in no one. There was no light. Could a thief steal, kill and destroy? Stole his peace, health and his joy. Broke his teeth, nose and his grief. Came from the stain of all of his shame, which ran through all of his veins. And all his vanity and idolatry, which flooded all of his brain. There was no light. It was all chains, it was all wristwatch, it was all spirits, it was all syrup, it was all drama, it was all Sherlock, it was all horror, it was all Hitchcock, it was all bloodbath, it was all pitchfork, it was all Satan, it was all witchcraft, it was so blatant. When I think this far, there was no light. Light holed up in a cave, but more like trapped in a rave with grave clothes and a man them acting all brave. Lasers, no halos, no incense, just haze. Smoke machines, no glory, no common sense, just rage. There was no light. That's a true story, no allegory. Too many demons came and they haunt he. Too many man them threatened to bore he. Everything grimy, everything gory, everything dirty, everything toilet, lavatory, everything pirate, everything naughty. There was no light. Kingdom of darkness, stink like varnish. Stuck on his garments, gripped on his harness. Dead man walking, he'd be a carcass. Ever since birth, he been a target marked in a market. Putting in work with it to reward it. Smoking that herb like that be a harvest. There was no light. Bound by addiction, losing the fight with his afflictions, blind to the war for his existence. Contradictions, this human condition be prison without convictions. Too many temptations and little to no resistance. There was no light. Consulting the dead for the living, Satan appears as an angel of light, trying to keep Christ hidden with mythologies and philosophies and occultism. But the truth shall set a man free from a dead religion. There was no light. When heaven and earth begin, everything void, and darkness covered the deep. Spirit of the Lord hovered over the face of the water, and he brought chaos into order. Did it by the word of the author.